for those of you that don't know me, I run a local preschool and I have an online preschool. I've done my local this is my 26th year. I have my aunt that works with me, and I have a full day preschool. It's from 8 to 4:30. I do have parents, single moms that need to work that extra hour, so I go ahead and I have an option for you to go ahead and pay for that extra hour. It doesn't bother me in any way because, that's cooking dinner. And we have, I had people ask me questions about how I came up with the outdoor preschool. I watched a lot of people when COVID hit for how they were doing preschool, and they just kind of moved the camera, this way and that way. And with me having ADHD, that did not work for me. And I know a lot of kids have that as well. So I went outside because that is where I'm happy. And because I could tell the difference between my outdoor videos and my indoor videos, because I still do them both. But I could tell this huge difference, and I can see the way my local kids react to my videos, the outdoor ones and the indoor ones. I have there's something different about them that I'm not putting out when I'm outside. It's just because that's where I love to be. So my advice would be for you to, whatever you love to do, that's where you need to start. If you love to do cooking, if you love to do arts and crafts, whatever makes you happy, that's where you need to be. That's where you need to start. That's where your focus needs to be in your program. That could be local or it can be online. But whatever makes you happy. Like with Bethany, she likes the cooking, and with Silas, and it's just it's fun. And then you have this energetic, just happiness, to go with your video. Otherwise, you're just today we're learning about the letter A. What does A sound like? Instead of today we're learning about the letter A. It's so much different, and you have to get excited to get the kids excited, whether it be local, whether it be online, and you just have to have that excitedness. If you are not excited, say apples, A is for apple. Apples don't excite you. Look in the dictionary. What letter A thing excites you? Talk about that and just go from that. I was talking to Jelly yesterday, and I was telling her about how we adopted the cow for our local preschool. And I was showing her how you can stem off of just the cow. So you can have your farm unit, you can have community helpers, the spots on a cow, you can have patterns. You just branch it off of everything. You can have the food pyramid, foods healthy foods. And then, you have the cows, what they eat. When are the cows awake? When are they eating? Night and day, shadows, you can just stem it off of everything. You just have to sit there and think. But I learned that from my local kids, because I'll have something to teach them, and a lot of times they get bored. They're just I don't want to learn this. So I don't make them do anything. If they want to learn about dinosaurs for 6 weeks, we learn about dinosaurs for 6 weeks, because that's what they want to learn about. But then you kind of put stuff in there what's the difference between this dinosaur and this dinosaur? Is this one longer? And then you kind of put activities together for that with building blocks, or if you did measuring or something like that, draw your own dinosaur. But we do a lot of outdoor stuff, so all our stuff is outdoors. Basically probably about 4.5 hours of my preschool day is outside. It could be raining, as long as it's not storming and stuff. My kids love rain, and we love to play with chalk in the rain because it just makes it different. And so you just have to kind of find what exactly makes you happy, what makes you happy. That's basically what I did. Outdoors make me happy. I go on hikes with Harry. That is being outside is for my mental health. I could be walking around and just cry, and I bring a journal. I bring a dump journal with me when I go on my hikes. So if there's anything in my head that I just need to get out, I'll sit down in the middle of the park, wherever I'm at, and just write stuff down. It's just a dump journal. You just dump whatever's in your head. And that helps me. And it clears my head. And a lot of times, if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, I go on my hikes, usually every weekend, and a lot of times I have this long list of to-do stuff. And with my ADHD, it just is so overwhelming that I don't even want to start. So what I do is I go outside where my head becomes clear. And then I come back, everything gets done on that list. If not, you know, and if it doesn't, I'm just like, well, that's not really important. You know, that can be pushed over to the next day. But that's for me. So you have to find what you love to do and just branch from that. If you don't, you're gonna be miserable. The kids are gonna see it in you. Yep. And it's just, it won't work. Because I did try, you know, the indoor stuff, and it just didn't work for me because that wasn't my place. So, what else I was gonna say? I manifest a lot. I put everything out into the universe. I say, I'm going to have a great day today. Things might come up, that's okay. In my journal at night, I list 3 things that I'm grateful for that day. I manifest, I'm gonna have 100 more students by the end of summer, especially when I was at 0. Because right now, I'm at 0 again. But I don't know how to do like the marketing, and I just don't have it's not patience. Maybe it is patience. I just don't have that to sit down at the computer. That's not me. So what I do is I mark, that's why I go on my hikes. I see families, I pass out my business card. They want to take a picture with Harry. I go ahead and, you know, oh, you want to take a picture with Harry? And then I'm like, I teach online preschool if you know, or if you know anybody. And I visited,
Valerie, mic up to your
3 different national parks, and I passed out 72 cards on my trip before here.
Wow.
So, going back home just a little bit lighter. But, you know, out of those 72, because last year when I went on my road trip, when I took my family, I went ahead and I passed out whatever's in the box. I think it was like 500 cards, and I got, just from them, I think I got 417 signups for me passing out. Because I think people need that personal connection. They don't know you from off the computer. They can say, okay, I know this person. And with my online, for the people that have signed up, which I always talk to them, I talk to their families, get to know them. But some people don't like that. They don't want to know you. I paid for this class, just give it to me.
Yeah.
But I like that personal connection, and just for me, that's who I'm going to attract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I want to let everybody know, you know, I'm here, you know, if you need anything, if you're having trouble with anything, because I check up on each of my families at least every 2 weeks. It does take a lot of time, but that personal touch that I give to the online families and stuff, they love that, and that's why they stay until they graduate, and then I go back down to 0. But just handing out the cards to people and just being in person with somebody is great. So if you have like town events, I would sign up, or even if you see kids or something, you can just go up to them and say hi or anything, and just have your cards ready. To bring your cards with you at all times. Yeah. That's what I do. I go on my hikes. I don't want to carry those things around. But then I wouldn't have half the students that I have without that. And it's not like I'm pushing anything on them. I just say, you know, I teach online preschool. You know, if you can't use it, you know, feel free to give it to somebody else. And so with people being like scared and stuff, that's why I use Harry. I get nervous. So when I'm scared, when I have Harry, I ask Harry to hold my fear. So he's holding my fear right now. Otherwise, this mic would be doing this. But I mean, if you don't have a puppet, say whatever's next to you. I mean, it could be a paper clip in your pocket. Ask the paper clip. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just ask the paper clip to hold your fear for you, and it just releases that fear. And anytime, like I still get nervous, but I don't think, I just do. I just do it, because if I think, that's where the fear comes in. Yeah. And if I don't allow it to even come in and just keep going, that's what makes it so much better, because that fear, that it gets to you big time. So let's see. I think that's all I had to say, so I'll open it for Q&A. Okay.
So how do you market for your local preschool?
For my local preschool, since I've been in business so long, I have like 18 kids on my waiting list, and it's all parents. After about 10 years, it was just parents telling other parents about me. On the moms group, I had one interview this past month, and I asked them, I says, well, how did you hear about me? And she goes, oh, you're all over the mom Facebook groups. And I was just like, oh, I need to be a part of these groups. But apparently people have been telling everybody about me, and they're just like, we really want to get in if you ever have any room. And I only have 1 day a week available, and she goes, I'll take it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, okay. Okay. Did you have a question? Oh.
No, I just said that was impressive. 1 week.
Oh.
I'll take 1 day.
Right.
So do you do referral credits? Do you do referral rewards?
I do for my local, if the child is enrolled at least 3 days a week, I give $100 for after 3 months. They have to be enrolled with me at least 3 months. And then for the online, I give, if they're paying monthly, I give them $5 off their monthly fee for every family. It can't be the same one, but so it's kind of an incentive to keep spreading the word to other families. So it's just like, oh, I got 15, and you can only have 3 per month, so you can only have $15 off per month. So then the next month you want $15 off more, you gotta tell 3 more people about the online preschool. So, and that's what makes the numbers go up as well.
One more time for the people in the back, when you said for your online programming, you do your rewards program how?
$5 off per referral. And since I offer monthly and school age contracts, or school year contracts, it's just for the monthly, so the people that come in, they get $5 off their fee. Maureen?
Yep.
If I were to follow your model of taking my puppet to a place, kind of what you're doing, and it's a place where soliciting isn't allowed, what advice or suggestions do you have to kind of navigate that?
Well, I usually always will use, you are my friend on Facebook, I take selfies with the puppet, and that's what gets people talking to me. And then I just say, I teach online preschool, and I'll tell them the website, and it's their choice to put it in their phone. I'm not handing them anything.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
My first one is, do you get snow? I don't know where you live.
We get snow maybe once a year.
Oh, okay, so you don't really have to navigate. How would you navigate if you had snow and you needed to teach class?
Oh, I still take the kids outside and stuff.
How long are you outside then for that?
Depending on the temperature, I follow the weather watch. It's a weather watch. If you look, I think it's called Child Aware Weather Watch chart. Yeah, that's the thing I follow, and it tells you wind, chill, and stuff like that. And so I just
So
go
what
by
would
that.
you suggest for me, because I live in Idaho and we have months worth of snow. And a lot of times we can't take them outside. How would you navigate that? Because I wanted to do more outdoor things, but it's really hard during the winter.
Right. Are you allowed to take them out just for a little bit? Because even like 20 minutes.
It depends on, like, I
Yeah,
have that
the wind,
chart too.
yeah.
So with the wind chill and all that kind of
Well, you
stuff.
can bring a lot of outdoor activities inside, like say playing with chalk and stuff if you have black construction paper.
Yeah.
give them that. My kids love that activity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the kids love those, and I'm like, not on the face. Don't throw them at the face. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did you have another one?
I did have
Okay.
a second question, sorry. What is on your business cards?
What is on my business card? I didn't bring any with me.
Really?
I think it just said, I have like 6 left at the hotel, so, I think it said preschool,
Just playing with it.
preschool adventure or something. I think I posted it in the group at one time. I took a picture of it,
I haven't seen it.
or I will take a picture of it then and I'll post it in the group if I have it. I think it's called Where Your Preschool Adventure Begins, and then just on the back is my logo and the 2 websites and I put local in parentheses and online and the phone number, and that's it.
About how big is it?
The business card?
Yeah.
It's just a regular size
Oh, okay.
business card.
So that's not like a huge flyer. That might be easier to pass out to people than like
Yeah.
a flyer. I think it'd be easier for me to do something like that.
Okay. Good joy.
So if we wanted to frame this in a certain way, how much does it cost for 500 business cards?
I think I bought them through Canva. So I guess look at the price that's on that.
What do you think? $10, $50?
Yeah.
I think it was like 20 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody do the math. What's 20 cents times 500 cards?
No, I'm saying it's like $26.
Yeah.
$20?
That's cheaper than flyers.
All right, guys, we're just trying to get a general number. Here we go. $30, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Listen up. 500 cards she passed out. Cost her $30-ish. She got 419 signups. So don't tell me that money is an issue and you can't afford to market. This girl is literally proving you a way, but you got to get your face out there. So speak to that for a second, because we do have some in the audience who are so scared. Speak about your very first times when you went out there with Harry and how you overcame that.
Oh, I was embarrassed to pull out a puppet while people were watching me. I was just like,
Yeah.
selfie, okay. Is anybody coming down that trail over there? Is anybody doing this? But like I said, I watched somebody, it was another speaker or something, and she said to give your fear. I can't remember who it was, but she said give your fear to the stuffed animal, give it to your husband, whoever's sitting on the side, your kids, just ask them to hold it for you. And that just worked for me. And then if I do, because I'm nervous, it still comes. Just take a deep breath and just do it anyway. Don't think, just do. Is my thing. Okay, Jelly.
No, so I was gonna say, I know, some people had questions about being outside. I love how you said do what works best for you. Maybe you should share what your niche is, so that everybody's gonna think you're telling everybody keep your kids outside for 4 hours.
Oh, right. Yeah, my niche is the nature. So it's all just about nature. I still teach, regular stuff, but anything you can teach inside, you can teach outside. And that's what I bring to it, and I think that's why I have a waiting list at my school, because I'm just different from everybody else.
So your personal model with taking your stuff out, your personal model, you told me yesterday, you said you don't think you can,
I know I can. I don't ever say I think I can. I always say I know I can.
Woo!
Because thinking just brings the fear, like I said. And I have to keep that fear away from my head, because then that fear starts scrambling on. And
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't looked at your videos yet, but do you actually go outside and teach a whole lesson?
yeah,
Or do you pre-record?
pre-record, yeah. And I'm gonna be redoing my videos now, because my daughter, she's got a homestead. My daughter has a NC Nature School, which she's nonprofit and stuff, and so she does like foraging and stuff like that. So I'm like learning a lot from her, and she's already decided that she's gonna do some classes for me. So I'll pay her for whatever, but she's got a pond in her backyard, so now I'm gonna like re-record my videos in front of her pond.
That's gonna be beautiful.
Because I used to just go out to the parks and you'd have to worry about the signal, or I had a kid one time kick down my equipment while I was recording, and his parents were standing right there on the trail, let him do it. And of course I had to start over again, and they didn't break anything, but the point was, you have to watch out. I mean, that stuff's not cheap, and anybody can just come grab it if I'm sitting there recording too. So I'll be closer to, you know, her Wi-Fi and stuff like that, so I'll actually be able to use the computer instead of the video camera. And I took a, what is that thing? A survey from the parents of what worked and what didn't, and that's how I knew that my indoor videos didn't do as well as my outdoor. The kids' attention there's just something different. I mean, I watch them, and I don't see it. I think I'm teaching the same, but the kids, they see it. Whatever I'm doing, I was just like, oh no, that sounds good. I like that.
Hey, I love that you just said that you did a survey, and a lot of programs they'll tell you, hey, if you want to know if you're pleasing your parents, do a survey. What kind of questions did you ask, and was it anonymous?
It was anonymous. I went ahead and asked things like, where did you feel that your child connected with me most? Where did their attention span go? Like, was there certain like songs or activities or themes that I did that just the kid just didn't like? So this year I'm actually not doing a school year online preschool. I'm gonna stop and do just themes because I'm back down to 0. And with this national park thing that I'm doing now, I'm like more focused on that, the traveling and stuff, and worrying about recording my 2 videos a week. With the school year, it's just gonna be too much, and that's not gonna make me happy. You know, I've done it for 2 years now, and I was just like, that's just not gonna make me happy this year. I feel like I have to do this. So I'm just like, you know what, you're back down to 0. Just start, you know, if you wanna redo your videos, you wanna do something. And then I have another venture that I've been working on as well, so.
As far as the outdoor stuff, I live here in Arizona. I used to do netting for my grandchildren. I would put down what we call a messy mat, basically a big shark or tarp or whatever,
Mhm.
what we were doing, and bring outdoors in. A big tin of potting soil and shovels and whatnot, or we can even let them color chalk on some tile floors. It just mops right up.
Yeah, I have a big sliding window at my house, and I get those window markers. Those kids go crazy on that.
Oh yeah.
And then they think it's so fun to clean it up. I'm like, good. I don't have to do it.
Part of the lesson.
Yeah, gotta clean up your mess.
When you mentioned the mom's Facebook groups, sometimes they don't let, solicitors in there, and so do you ask permission first? Or you
If when you join the groups, it usually states that you can't do that. So that's when I get my local parents to, make a post. Hey, if you have a kid, locally, but if you don't, and then if I get anybody from those, my local parents still get that money regardless if it's online or local. I mean, it's like a coupon, Anybody who's like, oh, I can save money, okay.
They also have free groups, so if you wanna share like a certain activity after that, to get your name out there, free groups, only free, only no soliciting, but posting something, at least your name's there, so you can try that too.
Yeah, and then your town's like community group and stuff, I posted in mine because they have a small business Saturday that you're allowed to go ahead and put your business on just on that day. And people scroll through it looking for whatever, they need at the time. And that's how I found things about, fixing up the house. I was like, oh, I need this done. And I had, I think, 2 people call me about online preschool, but they didn't sign up. So that stuff it didn't really work for me, but I didn't really put much effort in it as well. I like to be outside. That's where I pass out my cards. That's where I got my business. So I could sit down and learn, the marketing and stuff like that. But that's just like it's not me, and my attention span kind of just goes.
Yeah, I definitely agree. It's very time consuming, and sometimes it sucks the energy out of you.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't want to do this.
But also too, you can do that as well. Like you said, once a week, the groups that you're not soliciting in, they say no post. A lot of them do say, okay, we can do it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
There are times that I'm like, dang, I missed the day.
Right?
Any other questions?
I just wanted to add also to the social media thing. Joy, you taught us this probably 2 or something years ago, I don't know. But one of the things I found success with is, even if I'm not really great at posting everything, making my cover photo have my business information in it. I can literally see, like, if I made a comment or like somebody asked a question, like a parenting question or something like that, and I respond. I'm not even marketing myself, but then because parents would have liked the answer and they wanted to click, oh, who's that? And then I'll see, oh, you had this many views today, or so I usually can see the increase in views to my pages just by naturally interacting and not like necessarily marketing.
Right.
A technical question, so you said that you record like with your computer,
Mm-hmm.
and then do you do all your editing like in Canvas, or do you do?
I don't edit any of my videos.
You don't?
No.
So it's just, you just.
It's
shoot
just, I
it?
turn on the camera and I'm like, hey, everybody, we sing our welcome song with Harry, and I start the lesson, I mess up, that's it. And I just sing my goodbye song and turn it off, upload it, and it's done.
Say it again for the people in the back.
I do not edit my videos. It's too much work. Like I said, I don't have the patience or desire to sit down and do that. And I let all the parents know, it's in my handbook and stuff, that you're human. The kids need to know you're allowed to make mistakes. You're allowed to do this. You're allowed to be who you are. My whole thing with my kids is be your authentic self. If you want to be funny, if you want to be crazy, you want to do dancing, just be you. If you are always you, your program will just skyrocket.
Awesome. Thank you, Valerie.